Hello, and welcome to Burning Times Tarot with Jenny. I'm Jenny. Hi. It was always my plan to be on camera, but okay, if you hear any strange noises, that's because there's a cat tree right behind the camera right now with two cats in it. And something has them very fascinated. Anyways, it was always my plan to be on camera, but the way my current setup works just doesn't work. So, but I thought I would take today to finally do one on camera. I don't always feel like being on camera, but I did today, I guess. So, we're going to be doing a reading for Yule, otherwise known as the winter solstice, which is on the 21st, and today's the 19th, so we're right in the middle of the Gemini full moon. And I thought I would just do one on kind of the energies that we're going to be closing out the year with, and then in the coming week I'm going to be shooting one that's on 2022, so like going into 2022, and I think what I'm going to do with that one, because it will allow me to do a longer video, but what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to divide it up so that there's kind of 3 or 4 mini readings. So there will be one on love, one on career and finances, one on spirituality, and we'll see what, maybe family, we'll see what else, like how I divide it up. And again, I will have them timestamped, so if there's only one section, already they're getting very rambunctious at the moment. So if there's only one particular section that interests you, then you can just go to that one. So for today's reading, I'm using, I didn't manage to stay concise last time, but I'm going to try this time. I'm using the Starscapes Tarot. I have Loteria, the Moonology Oracle deck, and the Work Your Light Oracle deck. So I'm just going to stick with those for this one, and just try and keep it a bit more stream of consciousness. And I'm just realizing I forgot to shuffle all the decks. I'm also going to try not to bounce my damn bracelets off the table so hard. Because in the last one it definitely got very noisy. I guess I'm just used to having background noise constantly because I'm usually wearing a lot of jewelry. Okay. They were just staring at me for a second. Oh. Okay, so Source, what do you want us? Us as in the Burning Times Tarot Soul family, because I definitely can feel your energy. I've actually had several songs come through quite strong this weekend, but I'll save that for the music oracle portion of our reading. So what do you want us to know for the end of 2022? All of these? Yeah, they're ours, yeah. Okay, any more? Okay, so, let's see. So the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and is this going to focus? It's not focusing, is it? Okay, anyways. I believe I was speaking at length about the Seven of Pentacles in the previous reading. Yeah, I feel like, a lot of you have been working quite hard. Maybe you feel like you're not quite getting out what you're putting in. Or maybe you just feel like you need a bit of a break. And so, you definitely need to take some time and some personal space. And I mean, I hope hope you get that at the holidays, because obviously it's a good time to do it if you can. This followed by the Death card in reverse. So again, there's been this huge transformation, and I love this Death card because it is the Phoenix, you know, and death is about transformation, regeneration. It's a Scorpio card, so it's all about you know, going within and really transforming. It's in reverse, and I feel like for a lot of you, now for some of you it could be that this is something that's still sort of on the horizon, but the sense I get is that for most of you, for the majority of you, you've already been through this moment of transformation, and now you're kind of coming out the other side and really, you know, okay, so the moment has happened, but like, where do I go now? You know, everything is still kind of solidifying on the other side of that, and so yeah, I get the sense that a lot of it is just sort of, okay, well, I know I'm not this person anymore, but now I'm still figuring out like what person I want to be, or you know, maybe some of you, you know who you want to be, but you're still figuring out how to actually show up as that person in the world, and how to, you know, bring that into your everyday reality. The Knight of Wands follows that, so again, it's that you know, we're still in Sagittarius. Yeah, we're about to go into Capricorn season, but Knight of Wands is passion, it's fire. It can be a bit impulsive as well, but you know, there is a sense of like getting back in touch with your core essence and with the things that really make you happy, and starting to I was just waiting for one of them to jump on the table. Waiting for one of them to, no, sorry, I just totally lost my train of thought there. Yeah, getting back in touch with your passion and your drive, and really starting to manifest that in your day-to-day, and you know, because it's not a page, it's a knight, and so that tells me that it's like it's starting to come out of those larval beginning stages where, and it's not just an idea, you know. Wands still aren't quite, they're much more about the 5D than the 3D for the most part, but it's starting to take shape. And so that's then followed by the Nine of Wands in reverse. And to me, what I'm getting from it in this instance is really that it's, because you know, the Nine of Wands is the person who's got the 9, you know, was it the 8 or 9 wands behind them are all planted upright, so they're kind of forming a wall, and then I believe the 9th one is in their hand and they're just kind of leaning on it, exhausted, and it's like, you know, that you're nearly at completion, because 10 is the number of completion, and it's that moment of, you know, I can finally rest. I've managed to accumulate this, or I've managed to you know, defeat whatever it was that I may have been fighting against, but it's not necessarily a card of enjoyment. It's sort of relief, but also exhaustion. And so seeing this in the reverse, though, really makes me feel like for a lot of you, you know, you've been through the battle, and it's the fact that it's reversed is that you're actually letting it go. That you're like, okay, I did the exhaustion and I've done the relief, and now I can kind of just let it be and not fight so hard anymore, and maybe just yeah, like a certain relinquishing of control, but in but not in a defeated way, not out of giving up, just the opposite, but of saying, okay, I'm, you know, I'm gonna let the universe take the wheel, and as I said, I've done my fighting, and now I'm gonna rest, you know. And so we pulled Broken Arrow in the last one, and during the pick a card last week, and so yeah, this is very like Broken Arrow energy of like I'm done fighting. Then that's followed by Ace of Cups in reverse. So to me, this is, you know, in the last one it was Queen of Cups reversed. So again, I feel like this is not a negative, but it's very much like your emotions are taking a back seat. You're focusing on, you know, you've got your Wands and your Pentacles, and then we have Two Swords following that. So it's all very much about like ideas. There's not a ton of manifestation yet, but it's all very much in action and taking shape. And so the Ace of Cups is like, you know, there's still a deep well of emotion, and there's still a lot happening internally, and yet you're kind of just, again, not fighting it, and just taking a somewhat lighter attitude towards it, and just saying, you know, I feel it, I acknowledge it, but I'm not going to pour all my energy towards that, because that's not going to get me where I need to go, right? But it's still a progression from the Queen to an Ace. So to me, that's, you're still, you know, you're still growing, you're still processing, you're still learning from your emotions. You're starting to integrate your emotions better along, you know, with your intelligence and your intuition, and you're starting to learn how to manage those three and keep them in balance a bit better. And so the Ace of Cups reversed to me is still very positive within this context. So then after that we have the Knight of Swords. So we have another Knight, and this one, I don't know, I don't understand why sometimes it focuses and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. All right. That's a little better, right? It's just such a pretty deck. I'd like for you guys to be able to see it. So yeah, with the Knight of Swords, again, it's another knight. And so again, just as I was saying, you know, you're experiencing this greater integration, and with the Knight of Swords, it's you're getting this additional clarity. And I'm hearing for a lot of you, you're really learning how to, you're sort of unblocking your throat chakra, and you're really learning how to connect your expression to what's really going on inside of you in a much clearer and healthier way, because yeah, the energy that I've gotten, you know, for the last several readings is yeah, someone who is, you know, not always super in tune with their emotions and their feelings, and has to process some of it. And so sometimes part of that is not really knowing how, or possessing the ability to just feel something and speak it, right? Because you have to be able to process it first. And so if you're somewhat removed from them and you don't know how exactly to process them, or it takes a significant amount of time, then your throat chakra gets somewhat disconnected from that, because like your mind and your voice aren't working together, you know, or your spirit and your voice aren't always connected. So with the Knight of Swords, I'm really seeing this increased level of, yeah, because, you know, and again, swords are communication, they're ideas, they're your thoughts, and your ability to communicate those ideas and those thoughts. And so, you know, and then with the Ace of Cups in reverse, it's learning how to speak from a more balanced place. So you're not always speaking from a place of, you know, really high emotion or unbalanced emotions, you know, it is that more, stable, grounded place, which, you know, again, I will always come back to, is being centered and grounded, because it is literally everything. Like, everything starts with that. And so, then we have the Page of Swords in reverse. And so again, it's another card to me of surrender, because just like with the Nine of Wands in reverse, because we have the Knight of Swords upright. So to me, this is like the forward progress that is happening. With the Page of Swords in reverse, it's like this is what we're leaving behind in a sense, or what we're learning to integrate. And part of that is, you know, the Page of Swords is vigilance, right? They are always standing at the ready, they're holding their sword, they're watching in the distance, and they're just aware of everything around them. And that can be great, but at some point that vigilance can turn on you, and it starts to cross the line into paranoia, and rumination and overthinking. And so to me, again, this Page of Swords in reverse is like, you know, that a lot of you are learning how to leave that behind and how to integrate all of these things a bit better into something a bit more harmonious for yourselves, something that is a bit more internally balanced. So, you know, I think that's really lovely. Again, I just get such a wonderful energy. So, you know, it's a process. Like, no one's perfect. We're all still learning. We're all still growing. And, excuse me. Oh my God, that's terrible. We're all learning, we're all growing, and yes, the year is going to be ending soon, and we're going to be heading into a new year. And a new year is a chance at renewal, it is a chance at a fresh start, but it's still also a continuation of exactly what went before. So it's not, you know, it's not magic. You're still going to be the same person with the same problems and the same joys as well, right? But it is a chance to reassess and reevaluate, and to just say, you know, to really take a more objective look and say, where do I want to change things and what do I want for myself? And you can do that at any time, but of course, right now is certainly a very potent time to do that. So we'll do some Loteria. I don't usually make resolutions because, okay, that's weird. I don't usually make resolutions because then you just feel like shit when you don't keep them. But one resolution that I did make just recently was I was walking, and I think it was like on the name of a trailer or something, but I saw the word escapade, and I was like, you know, not only do I not use that word enough, but I haven't gone on enough escapades. So that's my New Year's resolution, is to go on more. So, you know, if you're gonna have a resolution, why not make it that, right? No, it's too many, I think. No? Okay. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so we have La Campana, the bell. And we have La Luna, the moon. And I just had my friend Sylvia of the Queen Trell podcast over earlier today, and I did a little reading for her, and La Campana was one of the Loteria cards that came out for her. So I'm already doubling up on stuff, which is it's not that strange because it happens, but considering how much there is to choose from, again, the fact that stuff is already repeating itself just shows me that, you know, again, that I'm connecting with your energy and you're connecting with mine. So, you know, La Campana is, it can be news, it can be an announcement of some kind, it can be communication, and it can also be clarity, you know, or inspiration. So, yeah, and I'm hearing like the, you know, the bells ringing in the new year, and so I think for a lot of you, you know, this is for the end of the year, but I feel like as we come up to the end of the year, for a lot of you, like you're really starting to get a lot of clarity on things, you're really starting to feel more inspired and just, yeah, getting a lot more ideas, either creatively or just about, you know, where you want to go in life right now, like, or, you know, next, and what you want that to look like, or maybe new things that you want to do or try, whether it's career-wise or just hobby-wise, interest-wise. And then we have La Luna, the moon, and La Luna, it doesn't have, in Loteria, it doesn't have quite the same connotations that it does in tarot, but intuitively, I really am getting this sense. I mean, we're in the middle of a full moon right now. We've had this whole cycle of very intense lunations that is ending with this Gemini full moon. That's the other thing too. I mean, it's Gemini, so for those of you who have been picking up that divine counterpart energy that came up in one of the earlier readings, you know, Gemini is the Lover's card, but again, that can pertain to a relationship, but it most importantly is about the relationship with yourself, and it's also about a choice, right? And it is a mirror to the Devil card, right? Except in the Devil, and the Devil isn't always bad. The Devil can be pretty an awesome card. I won't get into that now. But, you know, in the Devil, the couple are chained together, whereas in the Lovers, they aren't, right? But yeah, I feel like, you know, and I have the Moonology deck here because I feel like the moon and what it represents, and just, there's so many things happening astrologically. And I do get the sense that there's a lot of people who are awakening to that more, and really like seeing where those energies fit into their own lives and apply to their own lives. And so, you know, the combination of La Campana and La Luna, I feel like it's very, you know, you're sort of traversing through this unknown territory and really exploring maybe your own mind and some of your own subconscious in a way that maybe you never have before or haven't for a long time. And this is gonna be a turning point in your life. Yeah, I'm getting that really strongly, because wherever you choose to go after that, that choice will be being made out of a place that's much more connected and much more stable and grounded, and so you will start attracting a lot more beauty and a lot more love and happiness and fulfillment into your life. And so, you know, I'm just hearing, like, even when the way gets dark, keep going. Like I said in the last one, the only way out is through. And so let La Luna light the way, and keep following the sound of your own truth, and you'll get where you need to go. So, okay, we'll go with Moonology, and then we'll finish up with the Work Your Light Oracle. So I think I've kept it shorter. Okay, that's ours. I was gonna say, so I spoke with my friend Sylvia of the Queen Trial podcast, which is always an amazing, it's always wonderful talking to her. She's just an amazing person. But I did get into, again, I'm not going to get overly into the astrology, but I did get a bit into Venus going retrograde conjunct Pluto in Capricorn, and I think Mercury is also going retrograde in Capricorn later. But Venus doesn't usually go retrograde for as long as it is, and if you belong to the Mishpucha, you will appreciate that she's going retrograde for 40 days and 40 nights. So I don't know exactly what that means yet, but it's certainly quite significant. So it'll be quite interesting when she goes direct again to see exactly what she's found and what she's uncovered. Oh, it's too many. It's kind of weird doing this at such an odd angle, but it's kind of the only one I could guess. Okay. Alright, that's enough. So step out of your comfort zone, North Node. And we do have the North Node about to pass in Taurus, or has it already? Again, not a great astrologer. But, your North Node is, they say, some people refer to it as your destiny. Others, would say that it's as long as you're evolving, your North Node is like your North Star in a way. It's sort of that because you have your South Node and your North Node, and your South Node is sort of like the energy that you're coming in with, and your North Node is maybe the energy that you aspire to bring into your life more. And so if you look in your natal chart, you'll see where yours lies on that. But as the North Node is passing into Taurus and the South Node is passing into Scorpio, it depends on where Taurus falls in your natal chart, but your North Node is about like self-improvement and that striving to be your better self. And so then we have a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. So, before the end of the year, just like with La Campana, you might have that moment. It's not necessarily a tower moment, but something might be illuminated for you, something that you didn't fully perceive or understand, and so you're going to have this added moment of clarity that might, really shift the way that you approach entering 2022. And then followed by, it's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. So again, you have the death card in reverse. Scorpio is transformation. And yeah, that's 2 full moons. So again, it's that sense of healing, that 9 of Wands in reverse of, I'm gonna, the broken arrow, I'm putting down my weapons, and you know, I've fought for a lot, and I'm going to enjoy the spoils of that, and I'm going to stop, you know, I'm going to stop being a soldier, and I'm going to become a civilian. I'm going to become just me again. And so then it's followed by a new start is coming, new moon, and obviously, you know, as I've been saying, so as the year wraps up with this added clarity, and releasing some of those things that maybe were weighing you down or exhausting you or depleting your energy, you know, you're really ready to leave a lot of things in 2021 and move into something new. And so followed, ending with a time for healing, balsamic moon. Which is beautiful. So again, it is integration, it is healing, and it's about, yeah, I just get a very strong message as well. Take the end of this year to really, truly reflect on how far you've come, and to give yourself some appreciation for that, and really just be proud of that, you know, because it's so easy to be like, okay, well, and so what's the next thing? What's the next thing? And you don't even realize how far you've come. So like, take a little bit of time to, you know, just really give yourself some credit, you know? Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. You did good, kid. Give yourself some credit and, you know, have some fun. Because growth isn't always this super serious endeavor. Sometimes it's just about actually being able to let go and just enjoy things, you know, without getting weighed down. Okay, so we're going to end with the Work Your Light Oracle. And, of course, the Music Oracle. Always Music Oracle. Still adding songs? Well, I mean, I'm always going to be adding songs. Yeah, one of the songs that came through really strong yesterday, I was actually going to post about it, but stupid Instagram wouldn't let me play the right part of the song. But it was Motion Picture Soundtrack by Radiohead. And it's that bit towards the end of the song where he keeps saying, I will see you in the next life. That was coming through really strong. I'm trying to remember what the other one was now. But, so yeah, that I think will resonate with someone. And, yeah, I also, again, I was talking about getting multiples of things, and I mean, I can say this because it will be up, I think, before the video is, but I was shooting this week's Pick a Card yesterday, and You Got Me by the Roots came out again, and that came out in the very first time I used the Music Oracle, and so again, it's very crazy that stuff is repeating itself, because I will show you the inside of the bag before I pull, and you'll see how much stuff is in there already, but it's extra funny that it came out the first time, because that's actually the song that made me realize I was clairaudient. So, yeah, and I also didn't specify any versions on there. There's like 3 main versions. There's the album one, the Roots Come Alive one, and I know he's very problematic now, which is unfortunate, but the Dave Chappelle's Block Party version is amazing. So, anyways, I'll get on to this. I try not to look because I don't want to catch sight of something and then try to want it. Nearly there. No, too bad. I mean, maybe that's all that wants to come out. I feel like one more wants to come out. Or two. So, first one, deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. Which is, I love this. Again, broken arrow, right? Retreat. You're not a soldier anymore. You don't have to keep fighting all the time. And that includes fighting yourself. So, rest and be held. Whether that's by a person, a group of people, just something that makes you happy, or just yourself, or just the universe. Allow yourself to be held and know that you're cared for, and you're not only that you're cared for, but that you deserve to be cared for. And followed by soul family, and just as I was saying, like, I am feeling your energy, you're feeling mine. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. And so, and that's not just for this channel, but for life in general. When you're vibrating on that higher frequency and you're really standing in your power, then you attract to the people that will resonate with you, and the people that will resonate with the person that you are, with the energy that you're projecting out. And so for a lot of you, who maybe spent this year or several years in a space that wasn't really being true to yourself and wasn't really resonating with who you are at your core, this is your confirmation that you're on the right path, and that those people will find you, you will find each other. And that's followed by Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Well, fuck yeah, right? So again, couldn't have said it any better myself. It's still, nope, just doesn't want to today. I don't know. Have you ever heard of a moody camera? I haven't, but apparently that's what I've got. And so finally, exactly what I was saying. Take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. And so, especially this time of year, if you have a chance, if you work in retail, I'm sorry, I've worked in retail during the holidays many times. I know, especially with the panini on top of everything, I'm sure it is very challenging. So, cheers and thank you to all of you. So yeah, again, just what I was saying. Take a break, take a rest, pat yourself on the back. You're worth it. Okay, and so we're gonna end. What kind of time have I got? No, I've been going for a while. Alright, well, it is what it is. So we're going to do the music oracle, and again, so can I get this at the right angle? I don't. Yeah, it's hard to see, but anyways, there's a lot in here, right? So the fact that stuff is already repeating is quite funny. Okay, sorry. Okay, well, so I have to start with the last one because it's Retreat by Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings. So just like the card said, except this one is basically telling you retreat, motherfucker, because you don't want to mess with me. And I love her. I got to see her a couple of times, and she was always amazing live. But yeah, again, this is Queen of Wands energy. This is Queen of Swords energy. Like, back the fuck up, right? And I do like that. But it could also be taken the other way, which is like, yeah, a time of rest, relaxation, and she's not putting the sword down. You should put the sword down for a while. Although, I mean, I guess this is perfect for the holidays, but it's Drama by L7. So yeah, some of you, you know, I mean, it is the holidays, so you might be dealing with a lot of people that you kind of spend the rest of the year trying not to deal with too much. You might have, you know, the context of the song is romantic, so for some of you, you know, you might be involved in something at the moment where you're sort of questioning if it's for you, or maybe you just ended something and are feeling the relief of not having this around you anymore. But yeah, for those of you that are trying to navigate maybe some difficult family dynamics or interpersonal dynamics during the holidays, again, just try and keep that groundedness and that centeredness, and, you know, like the eagle in the last reading, just sort of try and float above things as much as you can, and not get pulled into stuff that you don't need to be sucked into. I'm gonna pull one more because I do like to end on a good note, so to speak. But the next one is Tension by Killing Joke. And so again, this could very much be about family stuff and or interpersonal stuff, and trying to navigate that. To me though, the song is also about sexual tension. So for some of you, you might have someone that you're not with or that you're interested in, and there's been a lot of sexual tension and maybe like a lot of questioning of like, is something gonna happen? Is it not gonna happen? Yeah, and for some of you, I'm getting like there might be a sort of forbidden element to some of this. Yeah. Yeah, and sort of like a yeah, like, should I even do this or entertain this? But then definitely like a strong pull towards someone. I'm gonna pull one more. I guess this is appropriate for the holiday season. It's Lord Knows Best by the Dirty Beaches. Yeah, there's definitely a sense of that very poignant time of year where you're sort of looking back and looking ahead at the same time, and really figuring out where you stand in the midst of all that. And for some of you, it could be the person you're already with, or it could be someone you're not, or someone that you're separated from. But yeah, there's definitely, like, I get kind of Ace of Cups energy from this, which you did have, although it was in reverse. But yeah, just like a very deep love for someone, but that kind of selfless love where it's almost like, I love you so much that I'm willing to let you go. Yeah. And I'm also hearing, Stay Close to Me by the Bad Brains, or Trip to Your Heart by Sly and the Family Stone, because both of them have lines in them that are basically like, saying like, I love you so much, even if you asked to never see me again, I would give you that. And that's definitely the energy I'm getting from this. So, yeah, I would just say, a happy solstice to all of you. It is the return of the light. It's the shortest day of the year, and then the sun begins to come back to us. So a lot of things are going to start to be illuminated. We are going to start heading into spring, and there's going to be new growth. So I will again be doing a 2022 reading in the next week. But I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it resonated with you. All of the best wishes for all of you out there heading into the new year and into the holiday season. And yeah, thank you again for letting me tune into your energy. And I hope this brought some enjoyment to you. So happy holidays, happy Yule, and I will see you soon.